What's the most popular question I get today? If you said, Keddy, is it a good time to refi? If that is the one you thought, then you're correct, because that is the question I get. This video is not going to be super long. It's going to be shorter. Some of my briefs are shorter, some of them are longer, some are mid-length, but it depends on the topic. Sometimes I just want to make it quick and get to the point. So, should I refi? Should I wait? Let's just go through some of the common things. And then at the end of the day, I always tell people, it should make financial sense. In some situations, if you're refining a VA or FHA loan, even like conventional underwriters, like VA and FHA, you have to hit a certain threshold. But even conventional or jumbo stuff, like underwriters are kind of want to make sure, like, why are we refining? Why are you doing this? This is what I will tell you. If you're getting ready to sell your home in the next year because of some reason you have to sell, why would you refi? Exactly. Why would you pay the fees? But if you know you're going to refi next year, why would you refi? But if you might go buy another bigger home in a year or two, why would you refi? But, right? All these buts. So there is one but. We have clients that bought a home, bought an investment property, got a DSCR loan, whatever it is. They might not have got a great rate. They did a 1-year prepay, right, on an investment property. The but is we have customers reach out. We have one recently that has a higher rate on DSCR loan because of the time, that's where it was, and timing of the market. You can't time it when you're done building a property, buying a property, you have to refi a property. So anyways, it made sense for that person to go from a high 7% rate and all the way down to the mid 6s with no points, pretty much no fees, so zero cost loan. And they might sell in a year, buy in a year, but if they can save 1,600 smackaroonies a month, they're going to do it. So my but for you is this: if you're going to buy, if you're going to refi, if you're going to sell, if you're going to do something, and you might not do it for 12 to 18 months, 2 years, but you're like, do I really want to refi? And your rate's high and you can save the money. If you can do a no point or no cost or barely any cost refi, and you're really saving that money and it makes financial sense to you, then do it. But if you're going to sell next year, right, and you're okay with your payment and you're like, it's not going to really make a big deal, then don't do it. But some people are like, well, why would you refi if you're going to sell next year? And this is why. Because you think you might sell. You think you might move. You think you might trade up. You think you're going to get that price you want. What if you do sell, and what if it takes you 6 months or 8 months longer to get out of the house? What if you're like, yeah, I could save $500 a month, $6,000 a year, but what if this drags out longer? So you just never know. What if you decide to sell your primary and then you can't sell it, but you have a super low rate, right? There's that thing like, hey, Kenny, what if I have a primary? I want to sell it. I have a super low rate, so I'm thinking about keeping it, but I need the money out to buy. Do I go get a line of credit? Maybe that's the refi. You just go get that HELOC, right? There's so many different situations, but one thing I'm going to tell you this. If I was refinancing, you are in 2 camps, and this will help you with your answer. Camp number 1, our car number 1, let's call it, is you're down a road, and that road is rates are not going to go lower than they are now. They might even go higher. I think this is the best it's going to get. So I am going to refi now. I'm going to pay points. I'm going to buy it down. I'm going to lock and load in now. If that's your camp, then that's your camp. I would say very, very few of you are in that camp. If you're, in that car. If you're in this other car over here where you say, hey, in the next 12 to 24 months, rates are going to be a point to possibly more lower. I'm going to be able to say this much. I believe that if that is you, then it's very easy for you to make decisions. So if you can save money today, knowing that you're going to take advantage of refis come down, you're okay going through the refi process, possibly getting an appraisal, maybe minimal no cost, and going through that because you're going to save the $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month, $250 a month, $150 a month, whatever it is for you, then do it. But if it's not worth, like I have people calling it, it's a half point savings, I'm just going to wait. Absolutely. Some people's like, I need to save a point. I need to save this. I need to do this, whatever it is. But there will be a time in the future where I think this is going to be the conversation. I think we are going to hit a point where rates do come down to a threshold where people go, wow, that's much lower. Okay, maybe it's lower than we thought. I'll just pick a number. Let's say we get rates down to 5%, 30-year fixed, no points, buying a house, put 20% down. 760 credit, full doc. Okay, just peg it at a number, 5%. Holy smokes, okay. That person might be like, well, I got to buy this house. I really need that rate to be at 4.5. So I'm going to pay a point, point and a half, 2 points to buy it down, set it and forget it. I'm going to buy that investment property or bought it. I want to now DSCR loan. I'm going to lock in that longer prepay and lock in that lower rate. So you might see people going from before buying down rates or rates are high to now they're like, I don't want to pay any points, any closing costs, which I understand because we are closer to lower rates, we all believe. And then that person now is going to be like, okay, I think the rates are really low and I want to lock this sucker in. So maybe pay a point, pay 2 points, get a longer prepay, do this, do that. And you're going to go into a different mindset, different talk. So right now, if you're doing a refi, really be about, unless look, maybe you have a primary residence. You're like, look, I'm going to lock and load this thing. I'm going to buy the points because I might move out in 6 months, 8 months. If I'm living here 5 years, I got to go buy a bigger house, move to another state, something's going on, but you just want to lock that rate and deal it. And I get it. So it depends on where you are of what you do. But if you're asking me, is it smart to refinance now? It could be. But if you're going to refinance and you really think you're going to sell, or you really think you're going to refi in the next 12 to 24 months, why would you pay a bunch of closing costs? Why would you pay points? Because if rates come down a point, point and a half, could be lower. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. All the money, all the stuff you spent will be lower. Look, and some of you are like, what, Kenny? I don't care. I need to save the money. You don't live my life. What do you know? I agree. It depends on your financial situation. So hope this helps. But look, if you have a scenario, you want to talk about it, you want to go through it, just send me a simple email. Kenny, here's my situation. Here's my value. Here's what I owe. I can go full doc. Here's my credit score. It's a house, an investment property, whatever. I'll give you back some rates. We can jump on a quick Zoom, jump on a quick call. We can have a little text messages back and forth, whatever makes sense to you. We can email back and forth. Me and my team, we're here to help you out. Anyways, thanks for watching. Share this with somebody and look forward to connecting with you guys if I can help in any way.